What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can see, it is just like the weather forecasted. It's really crappy outside. It's pouring rain. It's the first rain we've had in a long time because we've just been used to getting snow. I'm actually surprised it didn't snow based on our winter and everything, but gave us the chance to just kind of focus on things in the garage here today. I'm glad that I got the car in here because it makes today not a write-off. So what I'm going to be doing is lifting up the left side of the car and dialing in the suspension. I had already adjusted the right side, lowered it a bunch, and so I'm going to get things even. I'm probably going to have to go lower, but I'm not going to go any further than what I'm going to do today until I get the engine in and I can see how the car actually sits and everything. And then Mike, as you can see, is just scuffing away because the S15 is getting a full paint job transformation in the next few days coming up. Chan's going to be doing that for him because Chan is a kind of apprentice body man painter guy. Body man painter guy. So yeah, I'm gonna basically just set up my camera and I'll rig up some time lapses for you guys and you can check out. I'm gonna yank the coilovers out of both sides just because they're easier to adjust out of the car, and then that way I can like pull them apart, clean them up and everything.
I think we're just looking at it right now.
Alright, folks. So our first step is we're gonna pop those nuts off of there. I believe that those are 12 mils. So we'll pop those guys off. And then there is what I believe to be a 17 down here. Alright guys, and with this bottom nut out, I just popped it off. As you can see right there, the coilover literally just comes off and then drops out the bottom. And then we can take it here. And now we have the coilover removed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unthread the shock body and clean up the threads and then dump it way down low. So what I just did was I measured the distance from this part of the shock to the bottom collar that is close to the 5 there, and it measured out to about 17 centimeters. And so now we have lowered or basically moved the collar up and then moved the entire shock body up, and we are closer to the 13 centimeter mark now. I realized I have to go do this to the other side as well because I'm going to even them out, and that should give me about, yeah, like 1.5 inches of drop from where we were before. So we'll see how that looks when I get the car on the ground and everything. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna even out the other side. I'm actually gonna pull that coilover off and then I'll just put it beside this one. I'll get them dead even, and then I'll throw it on, and then we'll see how the car looks. If you guys are wondering what coilovers these are just the K-Sport Drift, I guess is what you would call them. Bunch of Japanese characters and stuff, but they came on the car when I got it from Ryan. They seem to be pretty nice coilovers. Nothing is seized on them. I'm running 11K rear springs, and I think the front springs are 11.5K. So the left one is obviously the left one, and the right one is the one that I just took out. So I'm gonna unlock that collar right there, thread that up, and then thread the bottom piece up the shock, and then lock those down, and then we'll throw those back in the car. And then that should be good for the rear. And then the front, all that I need to do is lower it a little bit, which should be quite easy, and then adjust the camber, and we should be good. Guys, I just realized I am so stupid. I went through both of the coilovers back in the car, and I was like, why is the right side sitting so much higher? It's so weird. in the wheel well compared to this side. So I was like, yeah, there's gotta be something. There's gotta be something going on. So I was like, I'll measure from the hub to this body line. And I was like, nah, I'll just measure the entire length of the shop. And from the top hat to the lower mount on the knuckle, this side is 20 inches. On the other side, it's 17.5 inches. But all of my collars are at the same point. So I went back in my footage and I looked at when I had them right beside each other, and I never noticed it before. But the bottom pieces are different lengths, and you guys might have noticed that, but I definitely didn't. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I did want to lower that side a lot more, which I ended up doing. I thought I was just evening it out. I didn't realize how much lower I was making that. So I think what I'm gonna do is just lower this side a bunch. I looked at the springs and the shocks and everything's the same, so it must just be the bottom mount that's different on them. I don't know why they're different. I'm not the first owner of this car, so it's interesting when you get people's old work. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna lower this side a bunch more, and then we'll just see where we're at. I'll try and get it even to 17.5 inches, and then we'll do some body line measurements and everything and see how that goes. So yeah, it's amazing what, like, when you're not paying attention and you just do things and then you see that it doesn't quite work. And yeah, pay attention when you're working on these things. Sit rep. Both sides are now even. Took a little bit more adjusting. Basically on this side I just maxed out because this collar piece or whatever bottom mount thingy is taller, so I just bottomed it out, and then I matched it on the other side, and I measured from the center of the hub to this body line right here, and it is 22 inches exactly on each side. So we're good to go. Now I just gotta work on the front here. I'm going to basically just be moving this collar piece up and then threading everything into there, and basically matching it. I think there's about 0.5 centimeter between these two collars on the other side compared to, yeah, on the other side. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna adjust the camera plate. Sorry, it's really dark, guys. We don't have the best lighting in here. But yeah, I'm gonna move these camera plates over that way, and then we'll be cooking. There we go, guys. We got her all shortened down there. And then on the top here, I adjusted the camber. So as you can see, they match on both sides now. So now that that's all sorted, everything suspension-wise, I can probably put the kit back on. Focus is gonna be getting the engine all ready to go and to drop into here, as well as getting the SSRs done. So I'll probably be building those either tomorrow or Tuesday. I just need to go get new hardware essentially and paint the faces. Not a huge rush to get those done right now, but I would like to kind of get them sorted. I'm gonna be painting the faces and then actually hydro dipping them most likely. So I'm just trying to kind of figure out the whole hydro dipping situation. I want to do a custom design, but apparently that can get kind of expensive, so I'm trying to see what options there are kind of within the realm of what I'm looking for, the design that I'm looking for on the faces. So yeah, but that's it for today. Glad that we got all the suspension all sorted on this thing. Just trying to tick off all of the little things so that when I go to put an engine in, I can literally just like slap it in and we can wire it up, and then the car is ready to go. Everything's already been sorted. So the next thing will actually, or one of the things on the list, will actually be getting a seat in here and everything. I haven't completely sorted that out yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Pizza!